Welcome back. Episode 97. Yes, we are trucking along. And guys, I just want to say thank you so much for understanding the last few days where I missed a few videos due to COVID. I know. Like, I'm getting better. I actually feel tons better today. So today is actually gonna be quite a fun episode. And I have a lot of restructuring that I would like to do to my base because, you know, things have been kind of getting a little bit plain, and I think it's time to kind of clean things up and move things around and just make my life a little bit easier with some more organization and things that are gonna hopefully help transition from Vault to Vault again. And it's gonna make that transition a lot quicker. So that's what today's video is gonna be about, is how I can maintain and better my situation with our base. So at the moment, I am right here. I am in this area, and I make my crystals here. This is actually needs to be, I wanted this to be like an open area. So really my vendors that are all here, I need them to go. I need them to have their own space. And I also want to maybe have a separate area for my artifacts. And I definitely want a separate area for my altar. And I want this whole area to sort of be cleaner. This was all intended to be the central storage area that was supposed to be kind of futuristic looking compared to everything else. And I wanted this to be where everything is routed from. And of course, we also have our industrial area down here. So where I want to move things for me, and even crystal crafting, hopefully I can set that up on the tree. So this whole tree was built with stuff in mind. And not to have stuff so much on the inside, even though I will have room in the inside, I can put things on the outside. And right here, as you can see, I have made this look really nice on the outside around the tree, giving me space for more things. But I want to have an outside area on the tree here. And so I want to build some platforms off the side and then give myself some interesting ways to get to said platforms to make it fun. That can even include some parkour. I'm thinking about having some parkour in the tree so that way I can get to those areas. But another tree thing that I want to change is this tree. This tree has been decrepit and has been just sort of dead this entire season. I literally built this tree, or I've not built the tree. I built this base around this dead tree. And I think there's a way I can revitalize this tree. I can replace all of these brown oak leaves with something better looking. Maybe something blue. I was thinking like some bright, colorful colors, because there are some trees like these over here that have some really bright blue leaves to them. And so I could probably do that, and it would give this so much more life. Like, this dead tree would now become a living tree. And then, like I said, I'm gonna build some platforms over here. So I have a lot of plans. This is gonna probably end up becoming a trophy area. And then I've got to have an area for crafting crystals. I want to have an area for unloading and loading my storage. Like I said before, I also want to have an area for crystal crafting and an area for vending machines / making the vault cryo chambers. So I've got a lot of work ahead of me. Let's get to it. So first things first, let's grab a bunch of these really nice blue spruce leaves. I guess moment of truth. Oh, that was not intended. Oh, I've got to rebuild the whole top half of the tree. I forgot if you have this on excavate. No, all the signs, the supporter signs. Well, that's a bummer. Actually, thankfully, most of the signs weren't really touched. I think we lost 4 signs, which is better than I thought. I thought I lost way more than that. Oh, goodness. That is so sad, though. I was not wanting that to happen. But will this go ahead and replace? Okay, it does replace. However, I don't want to replace the logs. So I just need to have it replace this. Oh, goodness. I feel so bad. But it's only 4 signs lost. We're fine. We're fine. I am going to, however... I do have to rebuild this tree, but I'm going to try and rebuild it and make it look nicer than it was. You know what? After all the change, I'm actually kind of happy. Other than a few signs being broken, it actually turned out quite nice. I'm still filling in a couple of holes. I went ahead and put some sea lanterns on the inside, and it looks pretty nice. And now it's actually bright and lit up. Definitely adds a little bit more to this area. It's not so dull anymore. Even made the leaves look like they're hanging down a little bit. Now, I've got some work to do over here. And I'm trying to think about what I should use as platforms for all of our different sections that I want to make. That is going to be a difficult thing to figure out. What color should I go with? Platforms have been done. So I have these platforms set out. Now, I need a fun way to get to each platform. And I know parkour is definitely a way to make this really fun. But also convenience is another thing. So I definitely want a convenience way to get to them as well. So inside here, I could set up a hub where I have a platform that goes boop. I can just go ahead and use like RF tools, and I can go boop and go ahead and transport to any of the platforms that are up there for instant access. Or I could go ahead and path myself through here and set up some sort of parkour map as well that lets me jump from place to place while using some sort of lamp. I might actually utilize more of these blaze lanterns to be able to do that. So I know this isn't like the craziest parkour course, but it's doable. Like this like actually might look really good. I just need to decorate it in a way that it's a little better than this. Like I don't want the blocks just floating in thin air. It's also providing some light. I want to do something. There's like, I know Cork has like some fence things I can use that might look good as well. I don't want chains in the way, but I definitely want these to look like they're floating. Now there are like simply lights, which they have these illumination rods, and then I might be able to use this in combination with something. Maybe like an actual fence. And then I can use that fence. Let's see, fence. Spruce, let's do maybe a wall. Maybe we can do like a wall underneath it. And we can vary the size of some of these walls. Oh, this is actually hooked to a chain, which I might include these as well and have these hanging from them as well, so they look like they're a part of it. That could be a thing. And then yeah, this will just also be included. And I think on the bottom of these I might include that, or you know what, I'll probably end up using these. So these are the what is it, Speleothian? Speleothium? Yeah, that thing. Let's try that. Let's see. Do I have any still in my inventory? I might. Yeah, I do have some of them. Let's see what these look like. So I can take these. Oh, these are actually full size. I could use these. Maybe with some stone walls. So we take this. Can I not make stone walls? Interesting. It might be worth it to do it like that. They're all going to be different size anyways. So as you can see, I changed my mind. I don't think these need lights in the way that they had them. We could probably fit lights on them differently, so they don't need to be the lights within themselves. A little too clustered with all of the lanterns. So I changed up what materials they're made out of, but I think they're going to work out really well. And is this parkour completable? Like 100%, especially since I do have increased jump height. That definitely helps. But yeah, I can definitely jump from one place to another freely with no problems whatsoever. And even somebody who doesn't have extra jump could definitely get to it. But that's just one of the very small things that I have to do here. Because as you can see, I also need little platforms with inside here. And it'll give me a lot of space with inside this. So I'll have some space inside here. I'm gonna make me a nice little room here. And I'm gonna try my best to fit this in and get some nice stuff happening. Definitely need to fix this. Boop, 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 and boop. So how are we going to get up here? That is the question, other than, of course, the random parkour, which I don't have parkour actually to get to the main first platform. That's fine. Well, how am I going to do this? I'm going to set up these matter receivers. There's going to be a receiver on each platform, right on the beginning portion of the platform. And I'm going to have a little network down at the bottom that's going to lead me to this. So this is actually be pretty cool. And I also need to get refined storage up here because, believe it or not, 40 just doesn't get me up here because it's underground. Oh boy. Yeah, now downstairs here, I need to set up a little system. Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need like a set of 4? How am I going to do 4? That is going to be a little bit weird, isn't it? I could have 4 separate transmitters that are like all right up against the wall over here. But that would look kind of weird, wouldn't it? With a specifically 4. Oh, now that I think about it, I guess I do have 4 here. And I only have like 1, 2, 3 technically, unless I do like something weird where I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, I could do that. Where it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, that's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it like this. Okay, so basically I'm going to clear this out. And right here will be like 1. And because this isn't like perfectly even, it doesn't really matter like where these don't have to be perfect. Sort of was an organic design anyways. And then 1 here. Actually, that's almost like perfect where it's at. And now I need a dialing device for these. So I'm going to actually place the dialing device right there in the floor. Does that let me place in the floor? Probably going to let me only place it in one direction. That's fine. We can actually cover this up. Because once we have it dialed, we won't have to worry about it again. It'll just always be dialed. There we go. Now we just have to give these power and give them name and make sure they're linked to whatever they're supposed to be linked to. For example, this needs to be linked to this one, which I can just do floor 1. That's saved. And then, for example, I just set this to floor 1 and then dial, and then we're good. And then this one will be dialed. I just need to name this floor 1. Dial. Floor 1 and floor 1, dial. And then once this has power, we'll have a little green light that shines up and we know which one to walk to. Now to power these, I'm actually going to utilize these ender gates that I talked about before. So we have the ender gates set up, and these of course are also to channel 1. So with that, this should power them. Like as soon as we go down here, that should now be powering this. You can see that charging up. And I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and use this as well. Will that hook directly to this? Probably not. So what I can do though is I can just have this hooked here and then just place one of these on the side, and that'll power that whole network. Actually, I might just use regular power cables for this whole thing down here. So at the moment, I am working on setting up a transmitter and receiver because I need to get my refined storage network over to here in some sort of way. Now, I don't know if I want this hidden or just in the floor. I might just put it just in the floor for right now until I figure out exactly what I want to do. I want to take my card, slot that in, and this should be pretty, pretty straightforward. I'm going to go ahead and hook that into here. 75 blocks away. Now we have our storage over there. Now what I want to do is I'm going to actually go ahead and take this with me and this particular item router. I can even take this importer. Let's go ahead and grab some cable because I am going to have to replace this with a cable. There we go. And then this barrel is not necessary. I can go ahead and I'll probably leave that there. I'll set up something else over here, but I need to get something for these, this dock. And I'm thinking, I wonder if there's a way where I can have like a hopper where I can throw all of my danks into a chest. Like once I arrive, I go here, put all my stuff into a chest, or into a chest. That chest then gets put into this dock. And then when this is done, which I don't think I can hopper the actual danks out, but I can use an item router to click the dank and potentially like pop it out and then collect it with maybe a vacuum of some kind. I'll have to test this out. So we have an item router. We can go ahead and face that here into the dock, and then maybe a hopper like right here. Let's try a hopper. Will a hopper collect it? I don't know what direction it like spits the dank out from. But for example, if I have this dank in here, hit the button, the dank just sort of hovers, but what if it's underneath? So this is like clicking inside. Does it ever get picked up, or where's it going? Actually, where did my dank just disappear to? Excuse me? Where did you go? Oh, you're both in here. So it did work? I'm actually kind of confused. I'm gonna place it in here. Hit that. My magnet is doing some weird stuff, but the hopper did pick it up. Okay. So if it wasn't for my magnet being here trying to pull, it would collect this. Okay. So I need some sort of timer on this particular router. And then I need to see, will a hopper insert a dank into here, or do I need to use another item router to place a dank into the storage? Looks like I'm going to need an item router to right click the dank into the storage. So I have this to set the item that it's currently on. Let's see, let's place that right. I have this set to place on the front. It's going to right click the item in the buffer on the nearby block. That is what this is going to do. So will it work? It does. Now that's when there's an item in the buffer. Now question, what if I have another item in the buffer? Is it going to swap it? No, it's going to wait for this. Right? It's going to wait for that, and then that should have picked it up. No, it is not picking it up. So I'm going to have to use another item router that has some sort of magnet functionality, I think. Now, this is definitely going to be a test. So let's go ahead and see. Dock is in use. I went ahead and used range down augments on this. This is ranging it down so it only has a range of 2. Don't want to be picking up anything crazy. And then that's going to go in there. And then if I hit this button, hopefully this will collect it. Actually, this might be, let's see, high. If this isn't right clicking, because now this isn't right clicking anymore. Dock is in use. That could pose a problem. I'm trying to sit here. I thought I was building, but now I'm like trying to solve a problem. Look at this. So instead of making this incredibly complicated on myself, I made this a little less complicated on myself. Right here, as soon as you teleport here, this is just an area for me to just dump all of my danks. I can literally just pop them right in, which is really nice. I still want to think up a setup where I could potentially just use a container to put them in. I know it's possible. Just gonna take a little bit more, but this is just very simple. Same sort of setup that I had before, except I can do 4 now. It's hooked into the network, all being extracted. And so it'll extract right in my refined storage system. And then as soon as I'm ready, I will hit a button, and this button will send a redstone signal to the routers here. See, they're all set to pulsed. And as soon as I do that, it should pop all of the danks out, and there's only one way to test, right? And then, as you can see, I'm not going to use junk, but let's go ahead and use some of our danks here, like the random and Vault goodies. Don't think they have anything in them. Well, this actually does have stuff in them. So I can go ahead and place this in. All of them like that. And then when I'm ready and they're done, should we be able to pulse them? Maybe this pulse needs to be a little bit longer. This actually might be too much of a pulse. So what I can do is I can extend this and use a repeater, which is what I've had to do for these. Use a repeater on the button. No, actually, this should work. Oh, it doesn't actually go through a stair? Oh, no wonder it's not working. I didn't know that, like, I didn't know it couldn't go through stairs. Since when can redstone not go through stairs? Oh, and there we go. So I pushed it and everyone but that one popped out for some reason. Maybe because this is set wrong. Yeah, this needs to be set to the down. And there we go. There we go. And all of them will pop out. And then I just have to go in and set all my dinks manually because that's how it works. I wish it would hold their filter status, but you can't have everything. All right, now to move to the next area. And I got to still figure out a way to decorate this to make this look a little bit nicer. I'm thinking about giving myself more room and stuff. But yeah, this is functional. All right, I've gotten a little bit carried away here. Okay, I have my parkour, right? I'm having too much fun. I leaved it up a little bit. I know. It's so many leaves. I had to. I had to put the leave mark on here. It's working. It's working, all right? So the leaves are really making this look. So if you thought at first this looks really lame and just nothing here, and this isn't going to work, I'm making it work. It's going to work. Over here, I have this. Of course, I still got to get some lighting in here. But yeah, this is already way better than the area that I was using before. So much more life to it. And also convenience. Because right here, this is where all my vending stuff's going to go. Next area, I think I want the top area to be where I make my crystals. So what do I want this area to be? There's got to be something else. Yep, I knew I was missing something. Catalysts. That's right. Okay, so yeah, this is going to be a little bit because I got to get all the catalysts inside my inventory when I break these. But yes, catalyst stuff and also Mo and all of this other stuff has got to come with me. Oh boy, that's a lot of catalysts. Yeah, it doesn't look like much when you have them all in the thing, but yeah, that's a lot of catalysts here. Now, as far as this goes, it could use a little bit more light up here. Of course, all of this needs more light, but I'm thinking this little stand here looks fantastic. This is going to work perfect. So I have all of my catalysts set up inside here. I have a place for my crystals, place for impossible crystals, and little hanging signs for supplementary, which make this little look really nice. And Mo. You can't forget about Mo because we need Mo for all of our other stuff. You know what? Bottles, like a container for bottles would be nice, or maybe some automatic way of spitting out bottles to us. Is that doable here? Here's the thing that everybody's been wanting me to make for a while. Look at that. Just toss it right here, and I can fill my inventory quite quickly with some levels while I'm working on stuff. This will work perfect. All right, so the next area that I need to work on is going to be pretty simple, actually. I just need to put my stand in here somewhere, and then I think I want to have it automated as far as a lever goes. And I don't know if there's a way for me to automatically send crystals in here, but I need a little place for storage. Like a little storage stand that holds crystals, like raw crystals. And that's basically it for up here, because I won't be spending too much time up here. This is like sort of a rare occurrence, crafting crystals. Like I only do it every now and then. And so I can take this. I'm still going to need this little setup. So I'm going to use a little setup for the flowers and stuff, because those are always the thing. Eventually, I guess I need to get an automated flower system going. But yeah, this actually should be probably one of the simplest things I set up here. So let's see. We can put the altar there. the little trader, I might have some sort of stand. Let's see, you do oak. And I was using these barrels and these bridge supports, which actually look really good for holding these barrels up. So we can do that. I need dirt or grass. I guess it doesn't really matter. Just to place a flower somewhere nearby. There we go. Probably replace that with grass, actually. Just so it looks a little bit better. And flowers. You know what? I could create a little area over here with all the different types of flowers that this thing requires. Well, all I can say here is, man, this is fantastic. So, drop off my stuff. Bam, place all of this in here. While I'm doing that, I can also get everything else sorted. I can easily drop down, switch over. Oh, this one doesn't have power. I need to get that set back up. Using one of these. Apparently this, I must have missed this one. I thought I had skipped one. It doesn't really matter. I could use no power. It just makes that awful noise. And then of course we got our vendors, and then I can sort through like my cores, and then sort through my cores over here. All of my cores get nice and sorted up. Of course, we do have a whole area dedicated specifically towards all of our statues. So statues, not too worried about, because those are already solved. And then, of course, we got our crystal and catalyst developing area. This looks so much better. And then, over here, I have my crystal making area. And yes, this looks very nice. Very nice. I have my crystals here. I have my flowers. The only thing I need to get is, I guess, a stand for this. I'll use one of the other oak things. I forgot to place this down, but I can go ahead and just place this right here. And that is our farmer trader, so I can trade cakes. And that is super, super simple. Actually, I'm going to place this back one. Give it a little bit more depth. There we go. More space. I love it. I love it. And we still have the original functionality where I can go up here, and then we have access after we make our crystal. Bam, we have access to our portal. Oh, this is so good. And then of course I have a way back here, which I just need to clean up. I just need to go ahead and clean this up. Now, this is still a thing that I'm probably going to keep here. I can take all of my gear and still manage my gear in this area. I think this is probably going to turn into a gear management place. Well, today's episode was interesting to say the least. I got a lot of building done, which I'm super excited about. And, well, we didn't run any vaults, but that's okay. That's okay. I got everything that I wanted to get done. Now, if you want to, you can follow me over at Twitch. It's twitch.tv/ChosenArchitect, where I do live stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and that schedule is going to be changing here soon, now that my kids are now jumping back into school. But yeah, you can follow me over there. I will be live streaming next week. At the time of this video, I did live stream before this video. So, yeah, kind of interesting. But, yeah, be sure to check me out over there. Also, while you're checking me out over there, you might as well go to my Discord, discord.gg/ChosenArchitect, where you can join our amazing community of over 25,000 members. I know that's a large number, and it's only getting larger. And of course, I can only make it get larger if you guys join the Discord. So, welcome. If you do join over there, I do hang out in the voice channels all the time, so be sure to check that out. Guys, I do want to give a huge shout out though today to the sponsor of today's video. And they are going to get a nice spot on the newly revamped tree. Look at that. And that, by the way, the huge thanks is going to go to Burning General. Thank you so much, by the way, over on the Discord, becoming a Discord premium member and supporting this channel. Guys, I just want to say thank you guys all for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed already, now's the time to do so. That way you do not miss any of my future videos. Guys, I want to thank you. Of course, I'll see you in the next one. And as always, thanks for watching.